messianic ones.
It was the one.
They were the ones that were supposed to usher in Mac Miller as for his for his demographics and whatnot. A lot of the younger ones, unfortunately, who had that star potential and who had a very strong messianic force. Go ahead.
Yeah, even King Vaughn. Yeah,
King Vaughn, where he was bringing in and whatnot. When they all got taken out, Drakeo the ruler. I mean, there's literally 200. Some of them are unknown, some of them are like local, but in the year 2020, literally 200 plus got murked, right? Car crashes, overdoses, but most of them were shots. So
Juice
WRLD, right? The potentiality,
he would have been leading the pack. Yeah,
he would have been leading a lot of the pack. So the potentiality is being taken away from. Just look at all of the rosters on Empire. When you lost Dolph and when you lost Nipsey, you understand? When you lost Nipsey and Dolph, there was a void that was created. Remember, they were leading their generation, but they were also reaching back. Homie was pulling Rowdy Rich into the mix. You feel me? Dolph had all of these artists signed to him. What's his cousin and all of them other Key Glock and all of them other dudes out of Memphis. They was bringing all of them in.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So I wanted, because I did want to mention that aspect when we were speaking about they're like millionaire makers. So when you take out someone like a Dolph, who definitely was always reaching back and empowering younger artists in his city, these would have been the people in position, because once again, they big homie is showing them how to play the independent game. You got somebody that's masterful in their execution, teaching you the steps, step by step. So this is guaranteeing these people for success. Because if you don't got the business down pat, you know what I'm saying, you're not going to make that impact to be on par with because we're speaking about moguls now. Who's the next moguls?
Right, because Empire eventually would have had to give them shares of their company. They would have had to eventually give them label deals, distribution, anything. And keep in mind, when these independent artists get knocked off on their way up, on their ascent and whatnot, the major labels, the executives at the major label go, "Whoo, man! I thought they was gonna be a problem." Lord have, you know what I mean? Because
an
independent artist success is a threat to the ideal of what the major labels represent. They do not. They can't exist in the same place. Rich, they can't. The dream is. It pulls the curtain back from what they keep selling the 360 deal about.
Right.
So Kanye West, they had to take the song down from streaming platforms. Why? Because Future is owned by Epic, and they said
Republic,
we paid this, huh?
Republic, I thought it was. Republic.
I believe he was signed to Epic, but Epic could be under Republic.
Future's on Epic.
Okay.
So Epic said we fronted. Right. Epic was like, "Yo, we fronted Future a lot of money to promote that album." And everything that he's making to recoup off of it is coming to us. You got a song with somebody that's not signed to no major label. We can't get nothing from him. We not letting that rock. Take that down. The major labels are having a proxy war with the independent artists. And the ones that get murked and whatnot, and the ones that get clipped on the way up, these major labels, they don't have a problem with that because these artists are a threat to their business model. The younger artists are, remember what I was saying before, there's a preferred demographics that everybody is aiming at right now. Kendrick Lamar's aiming at them. He's teaching them, he's culturing them. That's why he's giving them Al Green and Teddy P and all of them. He's culturing a younger generation that did not get cultured. These are the 17-year-olds to the 25-year-olds. They are the preferred demographics because they buy the most stuff. They are the ones that's Gag City, who was all up in Nicki Minaj's concert. That's Rolling Loud. This is a demographics where they have expendable income, and they are the preferred demographics. That's who Kai Cenat and them is talking to. That's who Aiden Ross and them is talking to. That's who Academics has in his chat room. that is who they are trying to appeal to. That's who Drake has in a headlock.
Right.
But Drake has them in a headlock because he has the machine behind him. Because this younger generation is encapsulated by the machine. They are encapsulated by the Matrix. You can't convince them that they are part of the Matrix. They was the ones that was like, I'm tired of marching. I'm going back to playing Call of Duty.
It's like, give me the blue pill.
Give me the blue pill. I'm good on this shit. They start getting hit with some water hosing. They was like, you know what? We going to OnlyFans and Starbucks and Five Guys, and we gonna hang this shit up. You know what I mean? And they turned into BLM, and they left the struggle. They live in a soft life, Rich. The young generation, they want to live a soft life. Drake represents the soft life. Drake represents aspiration to them. Drake represents, because they're like, yo, if I shift my allegiance to Kendrick, I need to know what is inside of his walk-in closet. I need to know. I need a signature shoe, bro. That's what the younger generation is on. Who's sponsoring him? Where's his endorsement?
Yeah,
type
I
shit.
think you said something so genius earlier, and I don't want you to not repeat it on this platform, Red. When you were speaking about what we're seeing at the manifestation, and what you were speaking on in terms of the CIA, how they have the 3-tier system of private and secret, and it's almost like the audience is waiting to know what's the secret life. You know, who's going to expose, right? The exposure, the voyeurism aspect of society, the way that the CIA knows how to infiltrate is because they know that, 90-something% of society is voyeurs. They're into voyeurism. They want to watch. They want to know the dirt. They want the tea, right? They want
your proclivities.
Yeah, they want the proclivities. So,
and don't be a weirdo.
And this conversation, around proclivities and people's secrets in their lives have been, enrapturing the news cycle since November. You know what I mean? Since November, nonstop, every day.
Since Me Too.
And every story, damn near from, because I think it even started before November, because they was talking about Will Smith and them right before that. Remember, they kept talking about what was going on with these men.
And they best
in their bedroom and the secrets, you know what I'm saying? And then, now this is what the hip hop battles are.
No, Blue. And Rich and Blue in battle rap. What signifies what they call the death knell or the death blow? What kills the other rapper?
When they get information on your private life, that angle.
The angle of what? Your private life. Don't let them find out a secret. Don't let you be a freaky nigga. And you have
Lux Calico, like Lux Calico. Remember he was skinny dipping? Remember Calico was butt ass naked? Lux put it on the jump.
Right. So,
remember that? That was the death blow.
Right. It borders on gossip, right? What they call is fit.
Is fit.
Because is fit, right? Is what people are dealing with right now. They want to know, what do you know? What dirt do you have? How good is your investigators? What did Kendrick say about him? What's the bullet points? What's the gossip? What's the tea? What's the dirt?
Right?
They want to know. Right. So that should show anybody, guard your private life and your secrets with your life. Because battle rap is showing you they could finish each other in a battle, but your ass could get finished in real life like that too. You could get finished at Thanksgiving dinner in front of your family.
Yeah. Push your teeth.
If somebody outs you right there. So we have to be mindful of how powerful our private life and our secrets are, and you need to guard that with every fiber of your existence. Just leave it at that.
I want to get to some questions from the family. The chat's been wonderful tonight. I want to thank everybody who's holding down the chat. With the comments, the super chats, the questions, all of that. And let me just remind everybody, I said this before on a couple of shows with Red and Blue, us talking about hip hop and people curious about us talking about hip hop. We talked about that earlier. This channel name is partly due to a hip hop group called 3-6 Mafia. The Black Magic 363 comes from 3-6 Mafia, the 3 6s. I resonated heavy. They were signed to a label called Hypnotized Minds, and their music was mad hypnotic. And I would listen to it and I would feel like, you know, I was just being hypnotized, but I would go into my own meditation shit while their beats, DJ Juicy J, his beats was phenomenal. Half of the majority of the trap music you hear today is coming from
out of that.
It's coming out of that. It's coming out of 3-6 Mafia beats. That sound, the sonics of Memphis is what we're hearing today in today's music. So this channel is heavily got to give thanks to 3-6 Mafia for that sound. So shout out to you, Lord Infamous,
real quick, I want to ask something.
DJ Paul, Crunchy Black.
Crunchy Black.
What was
Gangsta
her name? The
Boo.
sister who just Gangsta Boo. Rest in power, Gangsta Boo.
And Lord Chaos, the die. What's his name? Lord Chaos. It was another one that had
somebody just said it. Lord Infamous.
Lord Infamous. I gotta say this because I have to add this as an addendum to what I was saying about. Yes, somebody mentioned in the chat, and I agree. Expose yourself, because somebody was like, "Real people don't got nothing to hide." Nigga, you eat your boogers. You bite your finger toenails, nigga. You put your toenail in your mouth. Stop playing with me. You know what I'm talking about? I'm not here for that. I'm not here for that. You feel me? I ain't here for that. Everybody has some secret shit, bro. Let's stop the bullshit. I'm not here for that. Don't play with me. You know what I'm talking about? Everybody has a private side of themselves. So, like I said earlier, a few months ago, when I was talking about private versus secret, the reason why Sexy Red is winning is because she told you her secret life. She showed you her private life. The reason why Drake is winning is because he leaked his sex tape and he let you niggas, you zesty ass Negroes, see his wood. That's why he's winning in your mind. You feel me? Because he brought you into a private place where you can't forget him. Okay? Expose yourself. I'm giving y'all pillars of powers and arts of war. Y'all not ready for these type of conversations. Expose yourself. If you this is moving into the future and moving forward. And like I said, if you could learn something, this is a teacher moment. If you out here in the public with a mask on, and your private mask is the complete opposite of your public mask, you finished, because you about to get exposed somewhere down the line. You be better off letting the world know that you a piece of shit and standing on it. If that's what it is in private, or if in secret, this is what you want, you might as well expose yourself. Leak your own tape. Put your own dirt out there. Don't let nobody do it to you, because you could get washed in the matrix. And if you die in the matrix, you die in the real world.
Right.
Yo, just before we get to the go ahead. I'm sorry, go ahead. Yeah.
I'm just sharing that there's a formula that certain artists are using. You might not realize it. It might go over your head, but there's a formula where public facing artists are beginning to take that public mask off, and they're just saying, I'm going private first. Henceforth, you got artists that have OnlyFans, so you could see their private life. So you could make no mistake about what they into, what they like, and all of these other proclivities, because they're allowing you access to see it. This is profound. It's never been like that before. So I'm gonna just leave it at that.
And you got artists literally putting on masks, right? And
anonymity is the new famous.
Anonymity, yes.
Because in a world where everybody is famous, the new famous is to not show your face. Prior to the internet and social media, you wanted to be known because everybody being famous was that shit was a flex. Being famous now is not a flex. I hate when people are stopping me and I got shit to do.
Let brother Rich speak on anonymity versus, the visual aspects of your face being seen, because you held the line for quite some time. Was there a power dynamic? How did you feel when you had that level of access to, people's everyday, once again, their mental sphere programming, and they didn't even have to see you? Because, and then at that time, it was when the community was very scene driven. Like, yo, you know what I mean? Like, people were into wanting to see people and know about your lives and shit like that.
I'm gonna tell you, Blue. It's almost like feeling like God in a sense where we know God exists, but we can't see him or her or it or whatever. They knew Brother Rich was there. They felt my work. They knew my work was all over the world globally. You know, God's work is global, but they can't see him. So they couldn't see. I felt like God. I could move freely. Oh man, that was a good idea. I felt like God, man. My work was out there. I was impacting millions of people, but nobody knew me. That's God level shit right there. Scott, that's why the biggest bosses do that, because the goal of the biggest boss is to emulate God. So that's how bosses move. So yeah, I'm glad you asked that, Blue. Let me get to some questions from yes, they're twins. Somebody asked if they're twins. Yes, Red and Blue are twin brothers. You must be new. You must be new to the channel. Yes, they are twins. And shout out to my brother KT. Let's start out with some super chat questions. Got to show love to the people who donate first. All right. Really and Diddy going. I don't know what I did. Please try not to misspell, family. Really and Diddy going down represents the bad parts of hip hop being torn down. Who will we as a culture put in their place, or will we let Drake's family plant people?
Who will we let? Right? Who will we let? Yeah, the people. They do decide. The reason why I like this Kendrick battle and the points that they're making is that there's a separation being made between artistry and pop. and pop people could stay where they at. You know what I mean? They can enjoy pop life on the pop island and whatnot. But there's a divide, and I don't think that divide is going to be forgotten by the people moving forward and whatnot. So the people are going to be more apt at this point to elect new leadership. And when I say leadership, I'm just saying people who are going to be feeding them through their artistry and whatnot. The people are going to be more decisive and saying, nah, I'm rocking with this and I ain't rocking with that. And like Blue said earlier, we're right here in the eve of AI. So now the artists have to share the stage with artificial intelligence. We're in the last era of human artists only. We're not there anymore, guys. We are literally in an era where you saw the when they made the 70s song of the Drake remix.
Yeah, that was fire. That was fire.
That shit was heat.
It was heat. Say me no more. I ain't gonna hold you.
The Sexy Red remix was fire. It had more class to it.
Had more class. I was like, damn, they should have created a whole sketch around that. Like sketch. I'm gonna get you, sucker. That come on in the movies. Like I'm like, damn,
with the cap cut filter on it to make it look like black.
Yeah, I'm like, don't take these songs lightly because they're capturing the spirit for a music that no longer has soul in it. Rich was speaking about the thing that really connected with him initially when he heard the Kendrick diss was about the feeling that it had, restoring the feeling back. You can feel that he was chipping away. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. How he was climbing you like, damn, I could almost visually see him in the booth. Like, there's a love and a passion there. I'm like, yo, he's rapping like this is really what he does for his life. Hip hop is encased within him, has become him. This is what we breathe, this is what we eat, this is who we are. You feel me? Hip hop is a frequency, it's a wave, it's an energy. Like hip hop, like Karis one told me in an interview last year, it's an energy, it's a frequency. And we don't have nowhere else to go. It is home.
Right. They said Ak is posting, Drake is about to drop.
I told you he dropping today. Right. I just want to say this, that the spirit is breath.
Yes, sir.
Right. And breath is the word. And the word is God. And our voice, the words we say, our cadence, our inflection, the pauses that we take, the passion in our voice, the power in our voice. People say that when they hear certain people, they have life in their voice. Why? Because the spirit is breath. And when AI comes about, they could clone the face, they could clone the quote unquote physical, but they can't clone the spirit, meaning that they can't clone the word, right?
Yes.
They could copy it. They could copy it. The logos, they cannot clone it because the word is God. Spirit, they can't AI the spirit. They can't AI the spirit. They cannot.
You can't. That's a shirt. That's a shirt.
When the spirit leaves the husk, when the spirit leaves the husk, it's game over. That husk becomes one with the earth. You are not the body. You are the spirit. So the spirit,
Reverend Red.
AI is cloning the voice. They're cloning the spirit. They're cloning the sound. They're cloning the word. You should be nervous about that because they're coming very close to fooling